We Indians may have heard Hindi Chini Bhai Bhai a many times, but is it working as we are saying? Firstly, a Chinese company TikTok's rating was made down to 1.2 stars in Google Play Store, but by removing 5 to 6 million reviews by Google, TikTok has raised its ratings again. But on the other hand, the app which was made by Indians called Mitro was deleted by Google Play Store as it violates some privacy guidelines as mentioned by Google Play Store. On March, Indian Navy found 12 underwater drones coming from Beijing. Why? Nobody knows the answer. World is fighting against COVID-19, but China is pushing its border against Japan, Australia, Vietnam and also India. Also, China is making a controversy in borders of Ladakh and Arunachal Pradesh by claiming it belongs to them by becoming political. And when Amul posted a picture about China, the Twitter account of it was deactivated. And the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, called for Indians to become Athmanirbhar and use Swadeshi goods. The citizens of India wants to boycott the goods and products of China. But we'll see, is it possible? 1 in 5 goods which are using will come from China, and India is importing raw materials from China even for the goods which are produced in India. In this situation, can India boycott the Chinese goods and become Athmanirbhar? Let us deeply look into this situation. Firstly, the bilateral trade between China and India has a lots of trade partnership. 9% of Indian total export is done to China. 18% of India's total merchandise import is from China. India is depending on the raw materials and critical companies on China. 20% auto components and 70% of electronic components from China. 45% of consumer details, 70% of APIs and 40% of leather goods come to India from China. And just from this billions of dollars go to China, which China uses this to their and Pakistani soldiers also to the terrorists to attack on India. We are paying our money to get attacked by them. The production cost in China is very low, so many of them buy Chinese goods as the product price is also low. Can Indian companies fight and compete with these Chinese products by lowering their cost? Also, the Make in India, which is initiated by Government of India for the self-reliance of India. The raw materials comes from China. Many big companies like Havels, Voltas and many pharmaceutical companies uses the raw materials which comes from China. India exports apparels, phones, chemicals, vehicles and also furniture to US. But China export more to US than ours, almost of 142% than more than ours. And even if only 5% of US import from China is given to India, then the size of this operation will be of $140 billion. So we should know how much profits is China making from their imports and exports itself. And if we reduce the import from China, there will be at least a small amount of economic down through this. So let us start from reducing Chinese products rather than completing a boycott, because which is not possible at this time as there may be economical crisis, as many Indian companies cannot lower the product's cost as the raw materials itself is costly for them. So let's take a step towards reducing the China products and go Swadeshi. So before that, we'll see what products from China are we using now. Electric items, LED lights, ED strip bands, electronic goods like phone, pen drives, laptops, candle and wax lamp. The wax lamp which we use in Diwali as diya, which are reusable, are actually from China. And ready-made clothes, prepacked food, Also, fake watches, bags, luggage of top brands come from China. And images and ideal of many deities too come from China. Toys are also included in this list. Also, many apps we use are from China. The alternatives of these apps will be given in the description box below. Indian market is widespread of Chinese goods. By reducing the demand, we can also stop the goods of China to enter the Indian market. Also by government initiatives like giving subsidy to the companies of India withstand and compete against China, and later on we can boycott the Chinese products. Also, the one big problem in this modern day is through smartphone and internet. Many top brand apps are not allowed in China if they don't have the centers in their country. And also, the big companies like Google is not allowed even if they have to build their office in China. It's done by China to protect their privacy. But Indian market is so open, it also don't have some privacy guidelines to protect the personal data of the citizens. As a result, many Chinese apps are filled in our Play Store. We also don't care about this. The biggest app, TikTok, has many privacy issues. You can read about that in our oldest article, link in the description. These Chinese apps will take our personal data and reach it to others and also make money, or choose to sell their goods in India on basis of our likes and dislikes. Information they collect include the sensitive informations like our biometrics, personal information of banks, also the storage information. We cannot boycott China apps by using China cell phones and smartphones, China watches, etc. But we can reduce China market by uninstalling it. Even we have a news that boycott China products named t-shirts, caps are made in China itself to grasp this opportunity. And also they are named as made in PRC. So let us go Swadeshi. This is not a political gimmick because our nation should be first instead of our personal gains. If you find this informative, please like. For more content, subscribe to our channel and visit our website www.youngstudentblogs.com. Link in the description. Thank you.